When the Triceratops attaches, it becomes Kishiryu Triken. Kishiryu. Hello there, heroes. I'm the Orange Ranger, and welcome to another edition of Orange Ranger Reacts. Today I'm going to talk about something that I don't mention very much on this channel, Super Sentai. Now don't get me wrong, I love Sentai, as far behind as I can get on watching it. I'm sure Lupin Ranger vs. Pato Ranger is very good, and maybe one day I'll get to see an episode. It's just that first and foremost, this is a Power Rangers channel, Orange Ranger videos. I review content directly related to Power Rangers and strongly believe in the show's ability to be judged for better or for worse separately from its source footage. I'll give you a great example. Go-Go Sentai Bokenger is far superior to Power Rangers Operation Overdrive. But Power Rangers RPM is far superior to Engine Sentai Go-Onger. Recently, the 43rd season of Super Sentai was revealed via toy catalog scans that showed us the suits, the Zords, and even gave us a little blurb about the story. Now, that news is over 10 days old as of the time of this video's posting, so imagine my surprise when my videos last week went up and I got comments asking for my reaction to this. So that's what I'm going to do. Today on Orange Ranger Reacts, let's take a look at Kishiryu Sentai Ryusoulger.
Gesundheit.
Now, first and foremost, I will say that Toei is one of the stricter companies when it comes to their content being posted on YouTube and monetized, so like others that have reacted to this news, I'm not going to take the chance of including scans in this video. I will include links to the scans I'm referring to down in the comments below so you can look at those and see what I'm referring to as I refer to it. So let's begin with the name of the show. Kishiryu Sentai Ryusoulger means Night Dragon Squadron Ryusoulger, and my response to all of this really begins with the name itself. The name came out in October when it was copyrighted, giving tokusatsu fans 2 full months to imagine a Sentai that featured knights and dragons. High fantasy rangers with awesome mythical dragon beasts? I was 100% on board. Then a scurrilous little rumor started making the rounds. It said that the dragons would not be actual dragons per se, they'd be more real-life dragons, aka dinosaurs. I was really hoping that it would be one of those rumors that comes out after the name's revealed that was just based on nothing. It was just getting some clicks for their website, a little free attention, etc., and that the actual mythical dragons were what we were going to be getting. However, they weren't just making it up, and it turned out that that rumor was not a rumor, but right on the money. Like I said, about 10 days ago or so, scans came out for the toy catalog for this show, and it revealed that the motif of the show is knights and dinosaurs. Yes, Ryusoulger is going to be the 4th dinosaur-themed Sentai season. Now, on its face, the 4th appearance of a theme on a list of 43 really isn't that big of a deal. When you consider that it's also the 4th appearance in the last 27 years since 1992's Jew Ranger, which was adapted into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, that's a little bit worse. When it's the 3rd appearance in the last 16 years since 2003's Abba Ranger, which became Power Rangers Dino Thunder, that starts to feel a little tired. When it's the 2nd appearance in the last 6 years since 2013's Kyoryuger, which was adapted into Dino Charge, Dino Supercharge, you start to get a sense of what's going on here. I'm just going to go ahead and address this now because it's part of my thoughts as we go on. Officially, it's a rumor, but I'd say by now it's basically confirmed. It is being said that Super Sentai is not in a good place right now. Remember that these shows are just giant toy commercials, right? Lupin Ranger vs. Pato Ranger is a show that does not have a collectible gimmick for the toy line, so toy sales are down, but apparently they've been down for a few years anyway, despite recent gimmick-heavy seasons like Q Ranger. Even before we learned what this season would be, the rumors were out there that this show has to be a huge toy sales success, or Toei may just go ahead and put Super Sentai on the shelf for a few years, hoping for a Kamen Rider like renewal and revival later on. Now, I had out and out dismissed that rumor. Super Sentai can't die, it's invincible. It's a part of children's culture over there, it's not going anywhere. Getting dinosaurs as a theme this soon calls that into serious question. The last Sentai to have really incredible toy sales was Kyoryuger, the dinosaurs. Funny enough, that Sentai has basically done very well everywhere it's been used. Power Rangers Dino Charge is considered the best recent adaptation to date, and the Korean dub of it, Power Rangers Dino Force, did so well in Korea that a South Korean TV station teamed up with Toei to create their own follow-up to it, Dino Force Brave, which was then dubbed back into Japanese as Kyoryuger Brave. The point that I'm having a surprising amount of difficulty getting to is that this Sentai just has the unfortunate stink of desperation on it from the word go. You can picture panicked executives going, "What do the kids like right now? We need to sell 18 warehouses of toys for this show to work." Now, does that mean it's going to be bad? No. And I'm going to say these words at least one more time in this video because I know people are going to hear that I have less than positive thoughts about this show and think that I hate it already.
I don't hate it.
There is no better or more diabolical way to sell toys than to include a collectible gimmick that gives people that completionist itch to buy the entire set, and this show delivers there as well. The Ryusoulgers transform with Ryu Souls, and those are kind of like the love child of an Aba Ranger faceplate and a Gokaiger Ranger key. Flip down, and on one side you have the profile face of a dinosaur. Flip it up, turn it around, and you've got a dinosaur knight standing there with a sword and a shield. Make sure you collect all 40 of them.
Shut up and take my money!
So, how about the Senshi themselves? We obviously don't know about their characters yet, but we do know that there's going to be 5 of them. 5 members, just like Kyoryuger. Okay, that's not fair. Zyuohger started with 5 members, and it's not like it's copying that. Alrighty, so the colors are going to be red, blue, pink, green, and black. Just like Kyoryuger, the only other Sentai to feature that color scheme. Well, alright, obviously they shook from this whole idea of copying Kyoryuger with the partner dinosaurs, right? Like the Red Ranger, for example, who has a T-Rex. Okay, being fair, every dinosaur Sentai has featured a red Tyrannosaurus Rex, but you would think that would push them to be a little more creative this time around. How about a red Velociraptor? Or maybe a red Pteranodon, winged lord of the prehistoric skies? No, we're just doing the T-Rex again? Okay, well, at the very least, you didn't give the T-Rex a name that combines 2 other words, right? Oh, its name is Tiramigo, a combination of Tira from Tyrannosaurus and Amigo. No, that definitely doesn't remind me of Gabutira. You're fine. Okay, being fair, the other Zords do break away from Kyoryuger's pattern. The Triceratops is back to the Blue Ranger, like it was in Zyuranger and Aba Ranger, but it was with the Pink Ranger in Kyoryuger, so points for that. The Pink Ranger in this has an Ankylosaurus, which was an auxiliary Zord in both Aba Ranger and Kyoryuger, and was paired with Kyoryu Cyan in the latter. Heck, the Black Ranger has a dinosaur that I'd never even heard of until this, a Miragaia. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. It's a species of Stegosaurus-like dinosaurs that have a longer neck and I think taller, thinner plates on its back because this one is spiky. The Green Ranger is paired with a saber-toothed tiger, and I probably don't even need to say it because you're likely already saying it for me. It was said 25 years ago. Saber-toothed tigers are not dinosaurs. And the story does refer to the Kishiryu, the partner Zord dinosaurs, as dinosaurs, so this is an unfortunate early stumble, but it's hardly the most important thing to worry about. Heck, maybe they'll even explain why it's included. There is also a bit of uniqueness in the Megazord formation, and by the way, I'm sure by now you've noticed that I'm using Power Rangers terms to talk about Sentai, Zords instead of Mecha, Megazord instead of Gatai. I'm gonna keep doing it, just roll with it, and I'm sorry if it annoys you. Anyway, like I said, there is some uniqueness in the Megazord formation, though I could still say that it's at the very least based on some ideas from Kyoryuger. You remember how in that one the red T-Rex was the primary basis of a Megazord and different arms could attach to it? This is remarkably similar, except that the T-Rex is the entire Megazord itself, so kind of like Go Busters, called Kishiryu O, or Night Dinosaur King. Dinosaur Night King? I think that sounds cooler. Anyway, the T-Rex head normally sits on the chest, but it can be moved over to the arm, the Kametsuki arm, to give it a biting attack. Each of the other 4 Zords can attach to form armor and weapons. When the Triceratops attaches, it's called Kishiryu Triken, and it has a sword form. When the Ankylosaurus attaches, it's called Kishiryu Ankylose, and it has that mighty hammer. When the two of them attach to it together, they form 2 different formations. One is called Kishiryu Fortress, which is more or less the tank mode from Power Rangers / Zyuranger, and the other is Kishiryu 3 Knights, which is the regular Megazord form. The green and black Zords seem only able to attach to 3 Knights, forming additional armor and weapons. When the green saber-toothed tiger attaches, that's Kishiryu Tiger Lance, and when the Miragaya attaches, that's Kishiryu Mill Needle. The other interesting note about these Zords is, at least on the toys, although that always reflects the designs on the show, Tiramigo has Lego connectors on it. Seriously, little sets of 4 pegs where various things attach. Are we seeing Sentai's version of Zord Builder? Their transformation device is not a cell phone, but as I was writing this, I was realizing that gag is getting a little bit tired. Believe it or not, 2011's Gokaiger was the last Sentai to feature a phone as the primary transformation device. Zyuohger did have phones as a part of their transformation device, but it was just an aspect of the Rubik's Cube thing. The Ryusouls in night mode, which you could call night keys if you wanted to be cheeky, are inserted into a wrist-mounted dinosaur head and then dance to transform.
Excuse me, the f*** did you just say?
All the other stuff that I've mentioned so far, you can kind of hand wave. Okay, maybe not the suit colors, I'm sorry. Like I said, I checked, and Kyoryuger is the only other Sentai that has used that exact color scheme, but colors are colors. Maybe when we're talking about dinosaurs, these colors look good together, sure. Zord names and styles, fine, whatever, it's clever, it's a thing. Dance to transform makes you think of Kyoryuger because music was a part of Kyoryuger's theme. Of all of the items that have earned the Sentai the nickname Kyoryuger, well, a lot of people are calling it Kyotuger, but I call it Kyoryuger because the first one doesn't match the syllables. This is by far the biggest! Well, I said the suit colors match Kyoryuger, how about the suits themselves? The helmets? I love the Ryusoulger helmets. They look like a mixture of a knight helmet and a ranger helmet, which is kind of the whole point, so kudos there. The suits below the neck I'm not as really sold on. The left arms and left sides of the chest are silver, ending in a vertical jagged line, which meets a black section on the right side, the two forming a triangle that goes down and past the belt. The jagged lines are another Kyoryuger element and otherwise don't stand out to me much. So, that collectible gimmick. The Ryusouls, the 40 of them that you can collect, can be inserted into the team's sword weapon, the Ryusouken, to activate different special armors.
It repeats! It's a pattern!
And this is really doubly so because these Ryu souls activate special abilities just like the Judenchi and special armor forms just like Armed On. I know at some point some of you are thinking that I'm kind of harping on this idea. I especially know that because I've already discussed all of these points on Twitter when this news came out, and this is the response that I got. But I mean, you folks wanted me to react to this news. I take a look at all of this information, and the very first thing that hits me is just how much like Kyoryuger this is. Alright, let's take a look at an aspect that can't possibly be copied from Kyoryuger, at least not directly, implicitly. The story. Before, there were knights who fought their archenemy, Druidon, using the powers of ancient dinosaurs. They were called Ryusoulger. They rode their partner dinosaurs, the Kishiryu, and the days of their fierce fight using the Ryu souls that housed their souls unraveled. Now, in a peaceful world, the tremendous power of the Kishiryu has been sleeping, sealed away. But Druidon's return draws near, and the time to awaken is close. Now the curtain of a never-before-seen Super Sentai is cut down. I mean, to be honest, that's about what I was expecting. This is another any dinosaur Sentai thing. Any story like this is going to involve the dinosaurs, an ancient evil force who wanted to use or destroy the dinosaurs, the warriors who partnered with those dinosaurs and now have to do so again. I have to say I think I like Zyuranger's approach to this best because we get the warriors who partnered with the dinosaurs at the time, and an element of the story is them adjusting to today's society. But this story works fine. I like it.
I don't hate it.
There is one last little note to end on that could add a whole bunch to this show's esteem in my eyes. You see, the Sentai news cycle moves so fast that before these images were even crystal clear images, we already had a rumor about Ryusoulger's 6th Ranger. Believe it or not, the identity, well, not the identity necessarily, but the way the 6th Ranger looks and operates is something that's usually confirmed before the show even begins airing. And considering that it's also confirmed that Ryusoulger is going to start airing in March, we're going to get a series of Super Sentai specials on past seasons airing in between Lupin Ranger, Pato Ranger, and Ryusoulger. That's more than likely to happen this time especially. And if you put together 6th Ranger rumor and Orange Ranger is excited about it, you can probably see where this is going. Yes, the first rumor for Ryusoulger's 6th Ranger is that they will be an Orange Ranger. Maybe that's why people wanted me to react to this? Using a mammoth Kishiryu. Again, that's not a dinosaur, but still. What can I say? I love Orange Rangers, obviously, so if this is true, I'll be a lot more excited. And having said all that I think I can on this, like I promised, I'm going to circle back and say these words again. Nothing that I have said here means that Ryusoulger cannot be good. My critique is that it seems to lack creativity. It carries the stink of desperation on it, and it actually reminds me of that Twitter meme that I've seen sometimes. Can I copy your homework? Sure, just make sure you change some stuff so it's not obvious. However, a lot of people are down on Power Rangers Samurai because it just copies the story of Samurai Sentai Shinkenger. Samurai is one of my favorite recent adaptations of Power Rangers. Why? Because it has a great story. But it's Shinkenger's story.
Quiet, you.
It's a good story. That kid going to bed that begs to hear that one story doesn't care that they've heard it 1,000 times. It's a good story. Hearing Shinkenger's story in English with English-speaking actors in an American setting adds just enough of a cultural distance that I'm okay with it. Power Rangers can copy the story of the Sentai, as long as it tells the story just as well, and now I'm getting off track. Ryusoulger copies a lot, and I'm talking about a ton of elements from Kyoryuger. A few from other series as well, but every Sentai copies a little, Ryusoulger copies a ton. And if it is a well-written story that is entertaining and sells a whole bunch of toys, nobody, myself included, is going to care. So, in conclusion, I wanted dragons, it copies a lot from Kyoryuger, everything looks fine, let's see how the writing is.
There's a fine line between extending a game's last ability and just wasting my fucking time.
Well, there you go. That's going to do it for another edition of Orange Ranger Reacts. Thank you so much for watching. If I missed any details that you wanted me to react to, just mention them down in the comments below and I'll be sure to reply. While you're down in the comments, let me know what you thought of my reaction to all this and what's your reaction to Ryusoulger, and make sure to smack that thumbs up button. Let me know that you like this video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel to see all of my videos and ring the bell so you get notified when I post little surprise videos like this edition of Orange Ranger Reacts. And if you'd like to donate to my channel financially, there are 2 ways that you can do so. Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/orangerangervideos, or digital tip jar, digitaltipjar.com/orangerangerbid. Again, I hope this is what you folks wanted to see, and until next time, may the power protect you. So I was more surprised than anything when my videos do it again. So, like other people who have reacted to this news, I'm not going to be posting... Like other people who have reacted to this news... Gosh, darn it, if I could talk, it would help. So, I'm like other reviewers not going to take the chance good God. Alright. Then a squirrel... I forgot how to say that word. The Pink Ranger in this has an Ankylosaurus, which was an Heck, the Black Ranger has a split. Saber-toothed tigers are not dinosaurs. When the Triceratops attaches, it's Kishiryu Triken, which is a sword form. When the pink but fine, those 5 colors look good together, sure, whatever. Yeah, I screwed that up. And this is actually doubly so, because these Ryusouls activate special abilities, like they rode their partner dinosaurs, the Kishiryu, and their days of their feast, You can probably see where this is going. Yes, our first rumor for the Kishiryu